Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. My name is Catmonarch, and once again, we're playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masochist challenge. We found that going second has worked out for us since we started changing, or since we changed our deck during last stream. And so I reckon we keep doing that, but there's a little something just while the stream is starting that I think I should probably do, which is this Triple Tactics Talent event. So, let's see. First set, second set. So the second set drops Thursday, and the third set will drop... Okay, so I'll be able to stream for like each one. And let's see. It seems all you have to do is just guess what 3 cards are going to be predicted. The more you guess correctly, the more rewards you can receive. That's fine. The only issue is that, like, you know, you kind of see the scale with this, as any experienced Yu-Gi-Oh player is, that this is your card pool to choose from. All of this. Now they could pick something as obscure as... That's a bit too far. D-cubed, you know? I don't think anyone's exactly gonna say that, oh yeah, they're gonna pick Mighty Guard as the monster of choice, but they very well could. And there's no real way to, yeah, I was gonna throw normal monsters in there. I'm wondering if there's any trend for this. It doesn't really feel like it. The random stuff really is just kind of like relatively random. It's not coming up with normal monsters so much because there are just so many more effect monsters. But... Right. Three random cards. What am I going to pick? I want to pick a normal monster for the first one. Is there any psychology behind this? No. Do I want to guess something and just have it be right? Yes. I'm going to pick Doron. No main reason. We're then going to pick an effect monster. We're going to choose something a little bit more recent. Although that's not particularly difficult. How much more recent do we need to be? I think it should be something big to counteract the something small. Which does mean I need to scroll a little further down to like past level 3 monsters. Still in level 4s. That's a lot of 4s. Okay. So what about like Deathstroke? And then I'm going to go with a Ritual, the last one. And we're going to pick Incantation. No. Yeah, you know what? Everything's just as likely. There we go. 3 random cards. I don't think I'm particularly likely to get them correct, but hey, it's a guess. Right. Anyway, before we do hop into it, this is the list that we're playing at the moment. It is 100% just meant to go second, break boards, and, you know, hopefully OTK, but if it can't OTK, we plan on leaving them with basically as few resources as possible. And Kaijus is the main method. We are playing a grand total of 11, and so we should see a Kaiju nearly every game, really. You know, it's a 1 in 4, approximately. A little bit less. But that's just for the opening card, and then you've got, you know, the subsequent 4 cards that you open, and the 6th card. So realistically, yeah, I think we should open a kaiju like most games. The only issue is, of course, is the rest of the hand enough to break the board? Which, so far, a good number of people have just gotten frustrated. They've just gotten frustrated and will, you know, leave you be. You're gonna kaiju my monster? Ah. That ain't nice. I'm gonna leave. Okay, we win the coin toss, and that means we get to choose to go second, instead of being made to go second. There are the odd instances of being made to go first, and we do not talk about those. See, double kaiju. And we contribute over their monsters. This is a nice hand. Oh yeah, I should pin that message in chat. It is Blue Eyes. Can you believe it? It is 52 card Blue Eyes with a 15 extra. Well, those are 3 decent cards. Who knows what I've actually added to their hand. Now, they are on the newer stuff. That's fine as a discard, it's not brilliant. Hope everyone's doing well, hope everyone's having a good time, by the way. Can't say a lot's changed between streams. The Friday, I did end up cleaning spray booth filters, or replacing them rather, valeting, and then the rest of the day was pretty chill. And yeah, played some more Night Rain. I've 100%ed the game about as much as I'm going to, except for like the every character, every boss, which I'm, what, a third of the way through at the moment. So there's that. And I don't know. Rewatched Some Like It Hot and saw a film called Dead Again. And went climbing in town. It has overall been fairly relaxed, fairly peaceful. Saw the last episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, which is a very fun time. Don't know what that set card is. I didn't pay enough attention. Unaffected by card effects except its own. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also destroy the monster at battles. Okay. Okay, there's the targeting protection. Oh, they're gonna make Magia. They added Chaos Max to hand. Well, they were trying to add Chaos Max or Ultimate to hand. They're gonna get to Magia. On the other hand, if it's like Magia Pass, we're okay. So Magia Pass is like, you know, single kaiju does out that. It is about what the rest of the board does at this point. If they do end on Magia, we have to out the Magia before we do anything else. Cannot be dealing with monster and spell negates. Okay, that's another 8. There's Tyrant Dragon. I'm a little confused at the moment. Set card. End phase. So are we on Tyrant Dragon Pass? Because it looks like we're on Tyrant Dragon Pass. Oh, that's beautiful. This card is well, just completely unnecessary. Doesn't do anything. So I want to give them like Radiant. thinking? Absolutely not. That gives us 2 counters. That gives us 3 counters, so we can now search for another kaiju. It does mean that that card is just unaffected for the turn, but I don't think that's a huge issue. Activate effect, search for a kaiju. I think I want to get a Radiant of my own for the next turn. But for this turn, it doesn't say what battle position I have to summon it in. Yeah, I think for this turn we are just going to do this. We're going to drop the 3 counters. We are only going to attack 2 monsters. We're going to attack the kaiju. We're going to attack the face down. Okay, not needed. But regardless, they are down True Light. They might struggle to get the Maiden back. This is always a Blue Eyes card, but it's not a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Additional normal. White Stone. White Stone is a pretty good draw. But can you beat over a 3300 Kaiju and kill me? Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon does not do it. Gets us some of the Blue Eyes from deck, so I could get Jet Dragon. It comes in defense position, so that wasn't the smartest of moves, but you do you. Crimson Dragon. Oh, Crimson Dragon search for the spell. Synchro Rumble, target level 7, 1 tuner, or... So you can summon that, and that can get you back to True Light. Which means they are on multiple of it. Which makes sense, it's a good card. I think you should be on multiple True Light, like at least 2. Just in case one of them does get banished for some reason. That's going to bring out the... Okay, so you do have the double synchro play, which means you can kill the Thunder King. However, I can just Radiant. Like, I can tribute summon Radiant. Drill Beam. I'm not dead, I don't think. What are you doing? This is coming back? That's coming back, so that's another synchro. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I live. Because that makes 9, which goes for Spirit. Spirit goes for the Omni. Oh. No. Are you on 3 Spirit? No, this doesn't kill me. I don't know if there's any way this can. I can't target nor destroy them. Damn. That's terrible. I am still just going to kaiju it. I don't think they realize I'm still just going to use a kaiju. I got temporarily scared for a second, and they are going to, like, be able to repeat some things, but not that bad. End of the next turn. I can still kill them by battle. Speaking of, there's Forget. So I think no, okay, I have to give them the Radiant. Oh, that is just beautiful. So special summon this to their field. I would rather some like non-kaijus at this point, but you get what you get. I could have negated this, but then they're forced to use it on that, and I'd rather they don't. At least not yet. Yeah. They can do all the things. Give me that one. That one, that's fine. I can add a kaiju. I might as well add Gagdala. I can then... I want to put Radiant on that field. I want to put it over this one, because I want to be able to kill it. And they're going to be able to use this, but that will be like the last thing they can use. And they're going to put this back up at 3 immediately after using it, if they don't use it now. Okay, they're not using it, which means I have free reign to just attack anything I want to. And I'm going to leave them with the kaiju. It is that easy. Also, hi Mr. M Gaming, how are you doing? Hope you're well. This is already on the field, but I want to make them use the effect again. Do I want to do this? Why not? I think I may have backed myself into a bit of a corner. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, that's a misclick and a half. Why can't I tribute this in face of attack? Once per turn, quick. Yeah, okay. That's not what I meant to do. Does give them token denial, but yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Hello, Westland. Yeah, I can only control one. I guess it doesn't, like... It's... Yu-Gi-Oh cards can and can't see the future simultaneously, and it's very painstaking to work out when they can and when they can't. In this case, it can't see the future, because it doesn't understand that I might not control a kaiju. But some cards can see the future, like Ash Blossom. Because... what is that? Ash Blossom versus Time Thief Reader. Reader only has a monstrous material, but it could get a spell at some point, so Ash can hit it. I guess that's because of the way it's worded, though. You're gonna destroy a spell trap? Well, at least they're trying. I'm not doing so much better myself anyway. I finally beat an aircraft deck last night. Good for you. easy enough for a proper struggle, because it does feel, I feel like I'm gonna struggle against an aircraft. If I go first, probably not, but that's because an aircraft struggled going second. Put that back in the extra, okay. So, I don't think I can battle modulate. Oh, I can. And 3. 250. Yugioh is full of fun interactive rulings that never work in your favor. Ain't that the truth? Oh, it's a perma-half. That's actually very interesting. Change to attack. Destroyed by battle card effect, target spell. Okay. Well, this dies. They can get the drill beam back, which scares me. But that is what it is at this point. They get another wishes. Did you banish wishes then? I guess you banished wishes. I could put this face down, but I don't think that's going to do much. What did they target? They targeted Bingo Machine Go, which is an interesting choice. I thought this wasn't going to be too tough a fight, and I am being proven wrong at every single turn. Anyway. You could use this now. It'll be unaffected. No? Okay. I swear they could use that card though, they just haven't. Sorry, hold on. Related, and I guess it needs to be related to Blue Eyes. Target Blue Eyes monster you control, unaffected by card effects, etc. So encounter. Yeah, I don't know why they just don't use that at some point. Just for a little bit of tempo. Discard Drill Beam. Why would you discard Drill Beam? What's the other card in your hand that you're going to discard Drill Beam? That's just a mistake. The only thing keeping me in the game is Waterfront. If they can get rid of Waterfront, then they kind of like win. You know? I don't feel it's like that difficult a scenario. Look, I've got 3 counts again. Gabala can halve. Yeah. Just one quick game to start off the night, right? Just one quick. How long can going second against Blue Eyes be? The aircraft is always a problem deck to me, and I think I got against someone who didn't know how to pilot it right. Okay. Are you questioning gold players? Excuse you. Can I look at that? I can't look at the thing. I'm in platform. Granted, this doesn't necessarily mean they are better than a gold player. They could be a, better than gold player. They could be worse than a gold player, but you never know. I think I should be able to like check the profile after fight. I know you can check it in replays and that, but yeah, we're in Plat 4 at the moment. What did you reveal? I want to give you wishes. How big did his Lex learn on them? That he did. If you play enough, you'll get Plat. True. Which is why there are so many people here, and it's so annoying. You get to equip, that's fine. Do you have another one? I'm just curious. It is from Extra Deck. Yeah, the ranking system is kind of not real until Plat. There's your targeting protection. Also, they're very obviously trying to make Magia, but they haven't tried to get to Magia, from like what I can tell. I think they're just going to make negates to Gadala, using the half effect will not matter. there's a synchro for 9. I don't know how many more you've got at this point. You put one back in the extra. Yeah, you put one back in the extra. Do you have another one? It is from extra deck specifically, so what is your 9? Or what is your 12, rather? It could also be a 9, but I don't know. Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. If synchro summoned, you can draw a card. Was not synchro summoned, right? Your AFD and monsters they can attack and defense. That doesn't out this, but I'm happy they think it does. Are you making another synchro? No. Declared battle. Battle set. I think I can do this in damage calc, right? Or damage step, rather. At the very least, it, like... Yeah, there you go. You can't use Ultimate Creature of Destruction in the damage step. Okay. 'Twas going to happen at some point, I guess. Didn't you have one in grave? Or did you... I guess they put it back. Return it to the hand. What is the return, pray tell? Gadala. You wish to give me a kaiju back to my hand to put on your field for next turn. That is risky play. Granted, Gadala is not exactly something I want to give them. I don't think I can OTK through it. There's 5 banished cards, so no. 6 banished cards. Still 2... Okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, activate, grab myself a kaiju. What do I give them at this point? Unless I do give them... The thing is, if I give them Gadala, they can just, like, proactively use it. Which really sucks. I'm not going to target anything they control. I'm going to halve its stats anyway. So... summon it here by getting rid of this one. Oh, right, the other one's on the field. I completely forgot about that. Special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or graveyard. Yes, yes, go ahead. There's starting to be enough cards that if I could make Cereborus, it'd be worth it, but the problem is I can't make Cereborus. Held hostage because they didn't outsphere mode. That is funny, if nothing else. I mean, this can't res anything. Like, it just functionally can't. Right? Yeah, because you can't summon from the graveyard to the EMC, so let's just get in for max damage. Sure, I'll do this now, because I'm going to get 3 counters as soon as Imperm goes to the grave anyway. Yeah, they don't have any space, they need Monster Zone 3. Like, this forces this, but if that's what they're going to use, the, like... Yeah, I don't understand. It was not a smart move on their part. Not a real gotcha moment. Anyway, we're back up to 4 counters. Can I live? Is the real question. I mean, this is on the field still, so this is stuck in defense, this is stuck in face-down defense. You've filled up your zones, so you could possibly make like a rank 8, but I can still halve the attack of everything. because it's halved and permanent, even if this were to become unaffected, or like it wouldn't regain. Apparently Gardala control is the strat here. They can then destroy cards. So do I bother? What do you have in grave? You have a good chunk of stuff in grave. You know what? Yeah, I'll bother. 1, 2, 3. If you want to make something unaffected, you can. Look at these pitiful stats. 413. Yeah, there it is. There's Magia. To the EMZ. Which... is that enough now? That might be enough. 8075. Yeah? Yeah, that's just enough. It's also not calculating it accurately because the 413 can attack and defense position. So I think that is the game. Yeah, that is just the game. Rough one. Welcome back to Master Duel Masochist. Unfortunate that we couldn't quite clinch it out, but what are you gonna do? We drew only kaijus, no other things like at all. Alright, we gotta go second again. Let's do it. I love whenever I use one of my 2 hand traps on Maso, they always have cold fire. My hand traps tend to go through, which I can feel very lucky for. Especially because sometimes they look like this, you know? 1460. 60 worries me. Add a Primate card, okay. Dragon. You got 2 sets, one of those could be, Resonator. Yeah, alright. That's a little weird. I don't know why you do Primate RDA. But yeah, the only hand trap I've really got that can be hit by Kolbai is Perulia. Which is a good hand trap, don't get me wrong. You know, them using Kolbai on it is impactful. But I'm lucky in the fact that most of my hand traps are like, they do things from the hand rather than discard themselves. Because it's the Bestials. And even then, when it's not the Bestials, I've also got like Phantasme. Although it's not really before that, you know, it's not Malice anymore. And even when I was on it, I wasn't quite running into Malice often enough to actually justify him, I don't think. Didn't stop me from running him, I'm just saying. So what's the other 2 mystery cards? I guess like the set could be Primate or it could be RDA stuff, like it can just be either. And it does look like they're going to get into full just everything. But what does full everything end on? I do not know. I don't know where Thunder Kaiju needs to go. Such a low usage rate. Fuck it, you won't. Okay, that works. Anyway, search for a dragon. Oh, that works. Synchron Resonator. Okay, so you can make a 7. Red Eye's Black Dragon. That does still allow you to make an 8. You cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters this turn. Okay, that's good to know. So this does get you to an 8. Which means probably the Star Dragon Arch. There it is. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can. Are you a fire? Damn it, you're a fire. Okay, that's just gonna have to be how it is. I want Chain on. I'm gonna resolve this for, let's see, could we do a Shartos? No, we can't. Resolve that for Destrudo. Resolve Druisworm to banish the Bone Archfiend. Cerulean. Not exactly ideal, but workable. If this card is sent from monster into the graveyard, you can special summon an RDA from your extra deck. Then, if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Dark Dragon's Synchro, which it will not be because we're going to be using it as Kaiju material, unique and interesting. Yeah, I don't really care about what zone it's in. So, unique and interesting kind of material. Now you've got 2 face downs, and you're not activating either of them yet. There's RDA. Okay. Activate. I just need to target one of these guys. We'll target the Magnemut. If you want to remove Magnemut from the field, that's fine. I probably should have targeted Druisworm, because that does actually threaten them a little bit. Banish it until the end phase, then you can set a Fiendish Chain. Alright, so let's get the other one. Cashier Ogre's fine. I mean, this does get me to Fenrir. Banish that one. They do get Fiendish Chain, which is unfortunate, but that is workable. Tillman's Cash Terror. Oh. You still summon, but you summon as a 7. That is very interesting. It also fucks me up a little bit. Like, yeah, that's actually kind of colossally fucked. I could Sorcerer of Sebek, which doesn't do anything. Haggard, which does a little bit. Fuck it, we Haggard. We're gonna go for big damage. We're gonna activate. We're gonna banish itself to drop the attack of this one. Draw 1. We're gonna special Fenrir. We're gonna use Fenrir because this can't be activated this turn. And we're gonna get Ogre. We're then going to set Cyclone. I don't want to bother with the main phase 2. We're going to attack into this one, and we're going to use the Fenrir effect to banish RDA face down because you can't recover it. Continue the attack. 16. Expensive turn. They've got a Fiendish Chain. They've got a Trimite Lordly Load. Do they have anything in the graveyard? Not really. You do have a normal monster in the graveyard, so you've got F Barrel. Okay. No. Not worth it. if this card is normal, special summoned. So, yeah, right. I'm going to Cosmic here. And I'm going to get rid of this. Maybe it's not a great idea. Yeah, because it's continuous, it just, you know, you can use it, but it doesn't do anything. Where was he? Until the end phase of the next turn. So I do get my Magna buff back if I live. You can add a level 4 or lower Fiend. It was the normal summon. Bone Archfiend. Handle Graveyard, you can send one other card from your Handle Graveyard to special summon this card. I'm going to let them do that, because that is still an activated effect. It does make them get rid of another card. Now we do it. Oh, we just banish this. You've got one card. Oh, I forget. Yeah, there it is. Add a spell trap that mentions RDA. I don't know how much that does for them at this moment. Hopefully not a lot. You've used your normal, you special summon this one, you've made it a level 5. It's a non-tuner. You can add that one back, but you can't summon it, right? No, you can summon it. That's a 6. Come on, for 60 card decks, man. What can I say? I hate 60 card decks. They, for some reason, just have absolutely everything. You cannot stop them. It's just an immutable rule of law at this point. So, you just get it back from the grave. I mean, that's just enough attack to kill me. Fuck you, fuck off. What do you mean you're on a 60 card deck and you just get everything? Am I gonna be tilted looking at this? A little bit. But at the same time, like, I get it. They're maximizing on the card count and minimizing on the garnets. What are your starters? You've got, like, this. No, that's not actually a starter, you just need to draw it in combination with cards. So Bone Archfiend is a 1-card starter. 1.5, but basically a 1-card starter, so I don't know why that one's not at 3. Ether Barrel is kind of... No, it's not even a starter, it's just here. Soul Resonator is a 1-card, which means Resonator Call is a 1-card. But you're on 2 call. Like, you see, this is what I mean. 1 card that specifically mentions it. You mentioned Red Dragon Archfiend. I'm so confused about these deck choices. Like, why are you on the 1-of Dark Ruler, for example? This one's searchable, so it makes sense that you'd put in the Fiendish Chain, but you would then put in more of this. Anyway, enough critiquing their deck building. On with the next one. This has been a long couple of games. Granted, that one was long because I had to think for it. We have won the coin toss all 3 times. We have chosen to go second all 3 times. I'm not going to repeat the last part of that because I'm scared that if I, you know... There is a conclusion to draw from at the moment. There is also a card to activate. $3 and $35. I have no idea what they're on. But I would presume FTK or bot. If it's a bot, they're going to normal summon, I'm going to get a draw. If it's an FTK, I'll get a billion summons. Or a billion cards, rather. It's Mekanko. Do Mekanko have going first place? Also, do I have ways to beat Mekanko? Because I think the answer to that question is no. Send a Mekanko. Is sent to the graveyard, target face up monster on the field, equip, okay. Set a spell trap, special summon the Mekanko from your hand of grave. Oh, playing around the Perulia. They are going to put monsters on this side of the field. They don't want to give me any draws. I can Kaiju and get to super heavy. I can not Kaiju and get super... Well, no, I can still Kaiju and get to the super heavy. I could also Kaiju and get to... Let's see, Thought Ruler or Stardust. Thought Ruler's not going to do anything. Stardust is also not going to do anything. The only thing they grant me is a banish of one of my opponent's cards via the Chaos Mirage Dragon. The Swords of Concealing Light is a bad idea. They really are just playing around Perulia. Mental. I don't have any rank 4s. I have rank 6s. 6. Yeah, it depends on the top deck. What can I say? Can't be destroyed by card effects. Target Mekanko you control returns to hand. Putting that one back in the hand. Summon from deck. End phase. Can't target them with card effects, okay? That's really rude. So, the answer is obviously we're doing it this way first. I mean, I could have done Swords of Concealing Light. Here or there. If I do Swords of Concealing Light, then I can't get to Alpha. Do I have to get to Alpha? Wait, why is Sarene alive? Are you a light? No, Ohime is a light. Right, what can I do? You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. Sure, we'll do this one first. It still puts me under the attack threshold, so I can summon Alpha. And if they blow it on this, then they blow it on this. I'm okay with that. And they do. In that case, I don't think I even need to do swords, right? I can't target that one that's banished. I can bounce a card back to the hand. So I can bounce this back to the hand. I can special summon again. It's not going to kill him, which means it probably ends up killing me. Yeah, because I can't actually get to... This is really fucking rough. Yeah, I'm not going to end up killing them. Which means I probably have just lost the game because I've stuck a 4K beat stick on my side of the field, which is, you know, nothing else to Mekanko. There is nothing as good. If I remember right, Mekanko can kill you through, like, an open board as well, right? Right, I think Mekanko can kill you through an open board, so all I'm going to do is Haggard. Haggard can't banish. No, I still need to target a monster on the field, so all it would do is banish a card from the grave. But that's 800, which means that I don't die, in theory, because it's not 4K. I've managed to, like, stay alive for a turn, do some shit. That's a lot of work just to do a little bit of damage. Oh yeah, and they can just bring a monster back from my grave. What do I get back? Is it the big boy? Is it the big boy in defense position? No, it's not. It's Alpha. I'm a little confused at that. This guy is just bigger. But yeah, I'm just... No. I'm taking far too many resources to do far too little to them. It's been a rough start. Where are all the people that I go second and win against? So that is that exactly gold? And plat 5? Because it feels like it is. I was just saying about, like, how this deck feels so good. We, like, you know, we go second, we do things. Opponents don't like what we're doing. But we've won the coin toss all 4 games right now. That's not really a go in second hand. Not currently. Could turn into one. No, it resolves. Right, so... Okay, cool tune. That is probably the summon from the hand though, right? Unfortunately for me. Haven't seen Malice in a while, yeah. Happy about that. Right. So, place 1 card from your opponent's grave on the bottom of the deck with your opponent's hand. Can't use face down for the synchro material. Seeing one right now though. Fair enough. What was your thing? Spell Trap Destruction. They don't see a Kaiju at the moment. And I see the field spell. Maybe that's basically the same thing to them. They are committing this to memory. No. They're trying to very specifically add a card, never mind. Why so think? Oh, that you're trying to work out if you want the extra normal summon? Commit the hand to memory. Cool tune synchro. Well, you're going to play the field spell anyway. Are you going to do the second normal summon? No, you're gonna summon from the deck. I mean, the Molchamis were obviously intended as weaker Cs, simply because, you know, they don't all cover all kinds of summoning, which makes sense. But, like, I gotta be honest, I'm moderately annoyed. Oh, well, there's a Kaiju. It's a 9, so that should be a really awkward level for them to do anything with. So what's the play? If I just do Kyoto Waterfront, it will still gain counters before they destroy it. So I think the first play is actually Kyoto Waterfront, just so we start generating counters on the field sooner. We can then Kaiju whatever they make. Book of Moon, whatever's left. Armageddon Knight, dump Destrudo, Destrudo, Armageddon Knight, Yazi, Yazi Pop. I don't have a Banish though, which means I'd just be getting Mirage Dragon for like no real effect. Oh wait, no, because like the Kaiju. I could then make a Synchro 12 or 11. But I think it's probably just a 12, I don't know. What did you put back in hand? This guy, Rico. Yeah, the mouse cards are crazy. Loudness War. Other tuners can't reach all card effects, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. Do you want to give me one of those cards for next turn? Are you sure? It'd be real funny if you did give me one of those cards for next turn. Oh. You gave me the release Brainwashing. That is incredibly funny. Okay, I think I like where this is going. Now there is a chance they are just like MST or Cosmic, but I don't think they are. What, pray tell, is... So target the cool tune, apply these effects in sequence. Ah. Okay. Right, I can't count on Kyoto Waterfront to save me from anything. Gains 1500 during an opponent's turn. You can choose 2 non-tuners, add 1 special, then synchro. Okay, so we gotta do this anyway. If they're gonna out it, they're gonna out it, but, you know, that is up for them to decide. They saw my hand, but not since I got the Kaiju. They're just having to see whether they manage one cool tune. Okay, so you're going to just destroy the spell trap. Target spell trap, destroy it. Okay. Yeah, this would just protect the effect. I could force the remix. I cannot. Oh no, I can't target it with card effects. Book of Moon targets, and it is a tuner. Right. I don't think Armageddon Knight is going through. There's no way it can. Right, so we're going to release Brainwashing here. We're just going to steal it. Then we're going to chain Book of Moon. Lucky Dip, we're going to put it over here. Yeah, that forces that one, that's fine. I probably should have held it. Because I guess the Kaiju threatens. Ghost Ogre. Okay. Well, you don't have a level 11, so you're making a 5. Type 1 monster opponent controls, destroy it? Yeah, so get to pop the... Oh. Oh no, they're not doing it. What do you know that I don't? Clip? Is it clip? It's gonna be clip, isn't it? No, that's rotary. Then you can synchro summon. Yeah, okay, I kind of forgot that that one was there. There's clip, which means you can now synchro summon. So that's a 4, which will do a monster pop. And banish a random card from the extra. Okay. If this card on the field would be synchro, if special summoned, if sent to the graveyard is synchro material. When did Malice start not taking battle damage? I think that's one of the link effects. I can't remember though, I genuinely haven't seen it in that long that I've forgotten a lot of the card effects. They got rid of the 12. That's mean. What did you add to hand? You still have clip in the... No. Clip's in the grave. Did you add one to hand? You add a Q. Come on, Armageddon Knight. Yeah, that goes in. Fucking cool tune. Well, so much for, like, oh, we'll go second, we'll do good. We're most of the way through the month, and the top decks, like Cool Tune, are still struggling to get out of Plat 4. Because, of course they are. The thing is, if I then switch deck and attempt to go first with my current coin toss victories, you can guarantee I will lose the next coin toss if I switch to generators. That is not even a question, that is just a deterministic fact. 2 Kaiju's Raigeki Reborn. And a Boldrake. Oh, hand ain't missing much. Except apparently Spell Trap removal. What have I done specifically to deserve this series of 4 duels? End of the month. So, yeah, but the thing is, there's just going to be another deck. There's always a meta deck. Like, I just have a problem against them, you know? They're meta for a reason. Like, I just hate them all. Because I'm a Masochist player. I can't do Constructed. Also, I tend to not find most of the meta playstyles particularly interesting. Like, the last one I genuinely found interesting was probably Labyrinth or Man. And a lot of people don't like those because people just play them as stun decks, which you can. I don't think they have to be. So, yeah, this game state sucks. I fucking hate it here. None of you guys are dark. Solar Hat is dark. So... or is light or dark, sorry. So we do that, which doesn't do much of anything. We summon Alpha, which doesn't do much of anything. Hope Branded gets hit. You and me both. Don't we all? Anguish Pattern. They still have the negate. So this is going to summon, they're going to pop this. I could reborn? Oh no, they've got 2 now. So right, let's do this next. Let's get the Silhouette out. And Monster Reborn for, I want to say Alpha, honestly. I don't think there's any reason to do these guys. So let's do Alpha. Yeah, there's the negate. That's fine. Negate, then they can pop the Bestial. You only have so many more spell trap zones. Special summon Jizukiru. Battle phase. Alright, okay, hold on. This is good. Continue your main phase. You don't have any traps in the grave. You just need to control them. Well, yeah, fuck me, I guess. What the hell have I done for these past 4 games, honestly? They are not far from, well... The Blue Eyes deck and the Red Eye and the Red Dragon Archfiend, they are, like, winnable. Those particular games weren't, but, like, they are winnable matches. Come on! What have I done? Who have I hurt? Have I murdered someone? Is that what I'm hearing at the moment? Because goddamn. Oh, this is fun. Cosmic Cyclone, carry me home. MST is like an FTK, right? So, what if better MST? Now it's got to be like an OTK, like a 0 TK, right? No. No, we're against Atlantean. They can hand loop me. They definitely can kill me. I think the pay 1,000, even if they do get to a spell trap, does just murder us. Also, I'm not getting to a spell trap. Or rather, they aren't. Well, I hope everyone else is doing okay and having a good time. Like, just generally, in life and everything. Because someone somewhere is exceptionally pissed off with me. Must be. I don't know what else can provoke this kind of ire. I have 5 cards in hand. They are great for a going second hand. But of course we're going first as soon as we lose the coin toss. The whole benefit of going second is supposed to be that you lose the coin toss and your opponent makes you go second anyway. It just, you know, works out. I'm not crashing out, I swear. I'm a perfect level-headed person who is experiencing an average range of emotions, starting from mild dislike and going into indescribable rage. I might be crashing out. It's a long fucking combo as well. This is a deck that can't just assemble lethal, they have to go through 500 plays to do it. Which is worse, just getting OTK'd out of nowhere in the case of like 3 card activations because it's Tenpai, or your opponent has to do 500 things after you know that they, you know, just like break your board or what have you. they're going to eventually get the game, but it's going to take them 3 years. Like, look at that, you have 6,000, you just need 2,000. That's not 2,000, that's 1,500. Well, can you turn that level 6 into like a 3,200 monster? Corsair, yeah. I'm fine. I'm having a completely normal start to Masochist. Cream Marmite. Okay. That's certainly a name. I feel like that's... I don't know. It's a name. Come on, just let me connect. I just want to go second and do things. Like, this is a good go in second hand. Can I... Oh no. I'd like to be able to do things, don't just FTK. I'm thinking very hard in draw phase for someone with 30, with, what was it, with a 42 card deck and 7 extra. It really makes me think FTK, but they're taking too long to think about it. Oh, it's Heck Hands. Or a bot. But it could be Heck Hands. Heck Hands get to a counter monster and a counter spell trap. They can also start stealing monsters from my extra. So, is it pure Hecker? Or are they going to be using some supplementary? I imagine you've got to be using something supplementary. Are you filling up the whole 7 card extra with what? Your 3 differently named Heck Hands monsters? It could be. Branded and dumbass, unaffected. So that's presumably the new dragon that works on if an Ecclesia is in presence. There are so many cards I just don't like as a Masochist player. There are so many cards that I don't like that a Kaiju just souls, that's another thing. If a card is added from to your opponent's hand... Oh. There's a chance this Kaiju doesn't resolve. Well, what is it? Is it the Kaiju or is it the Magnemite? It's gonna be the Kaiju, guys. I really don't fucking like it. Right. -1 disruption from our hand. Oh, come on. Like, Hecker Hands isn't good, but... What do I want in the grave? I probably just want Saranir in the grave, honestly. I think I prefer the rest of it. Well... Where's the Heck Hands monster? There it is. I've got 3 spells in hand. Could you please just hit one of the 3 spells? It is not a huge ask. I have been having a really bad start to the day of Masochist. For fuck's sake, it's okay, it's at least the Kaiju. They can't get a second Kaiju. There was a 1 in 5 that they could have succeeded on. That's actually a lot better to know. But they still managed to hit a monster. Now you see, if they chose the Magnum up from that earlier, then they could have had 2 of my monsters on the field. Set card. So presumably counter trap. But counter trap which? It could be the continuous trap. There are so many things it can be. Perulia. This... If they have them in hand, they can still use them, so I'm going to do this on the off chance that they do have more of them. Ash Blossom. That is perfectly okay. Ash Blossom is the optimal outcome of that. Right. I would rather that this went through than the Wraiths off. So we're going to start with Wraiths off. They've, you know, ditched the Ash. This looks like a power play. It is a power play. C. Alright. Well, that face down isn't the spell trap negate then. We can add Fenrir. I will special summon a Fenrir. I feel like that's not a huge play to commit to. Now, it could be a monster negate that they have. That is entirely possible. I don't like that pause. Alright, you can tribute summon. You would be tribute summoning over the Fenrir. It will give me a draw. I think they have it. No, they didn't do it. I didn't reverse brainwashing. That is unfortunate. This is fine. Add a card from deck to hand. I'm a little confused as to what they're thinking on for so long. Bates. Tribute 1 or a monster that's owned. Take control of 1 your opponent controls. Okay. This needs to... if... Right. So this doesn't work because I would need to chain it now, right? No, it does work because it's a new chain. And that has just left me with nearly enough for game. So we get Ogre. Chainlink resolves. Brainwashing. Give me back the Fenrir, please. Armageddon Knight. And that is the full game. Unless they have, like, exactly Battle Fader. This is just game. Oh, this is exactly 8k. Funny how that works out. Okay, we finally got a win. And it's against Hackhands who apparently drew pretty poorly. I'm confused about what the extra deck looks like. They've got staple cards. So it is branded no, it is Heka Chimera. It's just built bad. Like, I don't understand the Books of Eclipse. Instead of maybe, like, more Chimera Fusion. The extra, like, Moonlit Chill? I'm a little confused. I feel like maybe they don't have all the dust they want. But a win is a win. And goddamn, I want to actually open some packs. Maybe even get some new cards. Am I a madman for desiring these things? Probably. But can we get any of them? Okay, we got a new SR, Dark Necrophir. Is it great? No, it's pretty horrendous actually. But it is an interesting non-tuner synchro to use, or interesting non-tuner to use for a synchro summon. Or for a fusion summon. Ah, wait, no, because it was destroyed. Never mind. It's worse than I remember. Yeah, okay. Pretty bad. We're gonna... One too many clicks. Let's just go to the Master Packs. Master Packs have always given us good cards. You'll get the worst pulls you've ever had. They will be so bad you'll walk away. That cannot be strictly possible. That's a good ninja card. That's a terrible card, but we've got multiple of it, which makes it worse. Angel 07 is fine. Sakitama's pretty good. Reveal this, normal summon a spirit. It's like you can do a rank 4 engine with that, right? Wait, do you search on normal summon? No. You just reveal this card in hand, normal summon a spirit. Right. But you can do a rank 4 kind of like play with those. I forget which ones you need. I think it's Aratama, Sakitama. There's one more to it. I don't know it. Speaking of Time Thieves. Musket card, Quant, Frozen, Gimmick. Yeah, they're not great. We've had worse pulls. Like, we've had full dupes where, like, we got absolutely nothing playable in any context, so... You know, mission failed on that part, thankfully. They're still not good pulls, they still don't change the deck. Oh, that's just rude. I guess the lack of spaces is one reason that, you know, that just works. Either that or they don't care about the insults. I would love the Time Thief you are. Now you see, the Time Thief you are could refer to, I don't know, what, 2 cards? It's a fair question. No, not bad. Chat, I thought you're supposed to be in my corner. I thought it's supposed to be helpful. The rank 4. Reader, yeah. I can't remember. I think Time Thieves have, like, maybe 2 ultra rares. But yeah, Reader is crazy. He's just, like... He's not super powerful, but he is difficult to, like, completely get rid of. And that's just enough. Especially with, you know, occasionally stealing the top card of the opponent's deck. Like, you get a trap or a spell under him, and it's just so much value. Now, the last time I played against Doomsday on ladder, they FTK'd me. The last time I played against them IRL, we had a back and forth game. So, which is it going to be? I have a good engine for him if I ever do get him. Yeah. Like, rank 4s are pretty easy to get, like, cards for, right? Rescue Rabbit is like an ultra rare, but, you know, Rescue Rabbit means any 2 level 4 normals now. There are so many level 4s which are like, oh, you can special summon this for, like, these conditions. Just assorted. Rank 4 slot deck would go hard. That it would. Although I still think, like, Kragan is good enough. But I guess the benefit with Redoer is he has an archetype-specific counter trap for spell traps, which is not bad in the slightest. I guess Time Thief isn't that high a rarity archetype. You've got Adjuster, Winder. Regulators and R. You have rank 4 fish deck that doesn't lock you into waters or fish. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we got Sargass. So they're going to go for the Regulus, which means they do just have an Omni. We have Dark Ruler, which works around that fantastically. But I'm not familiar with Doomsy. We also don't have any monsters. Like, we can break a board, we can't do anything once we have. Okay, they've only got a normal trap. Normal trap is Droll. Yeah, you can destroy the little one. They've already done the if destroyed effect, which is fine. All this card is equipped. Okay. It is now equipped, right. And so they can special summon the Windexes if they want to. Mekanko. So playing Mekanko Doomsy. So you're going to return Sargass the extra, so you maintain the ability to do it again. Redoer is the only UR for Time Thieves. Fair enough. I thought there was another, but that, like, I don't think there deserves to be another. Let me make that clear. Or if there was another, you'd make it exactly Regulator, because Regulator is just crazy. I think I'm more or less dead whichever way I spin it. They can OTK me if I put up attack, they can OTK me if I don't put up attack. I can't get rid of all the spell traps. I can only negate them so long. Regulators are rare. Yeah, I know Regulators are rare. I'm just saying if there was another card you put at UR, it's Regulator. Because as much as like Winder is the archetypal surge and Adjuster is the Foolish Burial, you have a Royal Time Thief Perpetual. Oh, that's so cool. Right, I want you in the back rooms, right? After you destroy a battle. Oh yeah, right, the equipped spells protect you from targeting, correct? Maybe, I don't know. I know the monsters do. Are you just gonna fill up your spell trap zone so I can't do it? No. No, they are not. That's Kaiju number 1. Okay, they take 500. This is good. Won a duel before I could finish my missions, and now I have no gems to pull. Yeah, it do be like that. Been there before. Tried to scrounge for like every last gem I could before I had to like buy stuff. Masochist is not a free-to-play challenge, not by a long shot. Right, so you do just start Dark Ruler. Because this board does not negate it. Right, I don't know what those two are. We're going to do Kyoto Waterfront as the first thing. I'm going to get Doom Zero into the grave as the second, I think. If Special Summon cannot be destroyed with battle. So, right. Wait, I need to read these, right? Okay, so they don't do that. So we're going to do a Kaiju first. I'm going to get rid of you. Put you there. We're going to, while I can still target things, target Regulus, because otherwise I won't actually be able to summon a Kaiju. We're then going to attempt to add a card, which apparently goes through. We're then going to Cosmic for Mystery Card 1. I completely forgot about it. How did I forget about that? And then you can destroy a card on the field. So they can actually destroy the field spell if they want. Fuck. I needed to not do that. I may have just lost the duel. Oh, I could have won. No, I could have won this game. I could have won it. Man, I'm pissed off with myself. Dark Ruler. I could not have won it on this turn. Well, I've depleted all my resources. Which is, I guess, better than leaving me with a huge fuck-ass monster in front of my Kanko, but, what could have... So... I don't know what either of the face downs are, nor am I going to find out. What could I have done? I could have summoned the Lightning Strike first. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. I could have removed the 3 counters. I could have then set the Cosmic and held it. I would have had a Kaiju to search. I don't know. I don't know what I could have actually done. If I didn't leave... The thing is, it started with Dark Ruler, and it kind of had to, because otherwise I take the battle damage from the other Makango. Like, I could put it in the back rooms, but I would still, like, then my Omni is used on the regular, or sorry, my Kaiju on the Regulus, put the Xyz in the back rooms, in the back row, back rooms, same kind of difference. And still need, like, I drew the highest attack Kaiju, and it just means that I can't do it at all. Mitsu have a counter trap. I'm pretty sure they just have a counter trap, right? No. They do just have trap guard that's in the gate though. Take 800. Try to face a card. So yeah, they... If they're playing the trap, they have a way to get around Dark Ruler. Which is not so much an if, I think, because with Habakiri being hit, probably want to play, like, you know, stuff like that. But then again, it's still just good at... Oh, it's only a 2. Why did I not just banish the Habakiri? Oh, right, yeah. Banishing Habakiri doesn't actually do anything. Because... it's not you. Is it you? Normal... Yeah, you can get one in your graveyard or banishment. So, that just gets it back anyway. The Bestials are not hella impactful in this case. Maybe I do need to play Generator again, but like, I thought to go in second deck to do better. Like, it worked fine last stream. We managed to rank up in plat with it. But this stream, it doesn't seem to be doing the same. I could put a Mitsurugi Ritual in the back row. I think they've only cycled through one copy of this. I don't need to Kaiju it. Do they have a quick play that allows them to tribute, right? I still don't even know what the rest of the deck is. It could be just pure Mitsurugi, but it's also so easy still to just hit with other decks. Right, that's all three names, which does make me think they want the counter trap, or not the counter trap, but the other trap card. Why am I checking my deck? Make her banish exactly 8 cards from their hand, extra deck, field, and or grave. I'll just banish from extra. They're just a couple monsters that I do not need. That's a link to. Why is that a link to? Masquerena. Rank 4 for Ryziel. You're playing Ryziel Mitsu. Don't Ryziel have like a ton of hits? Cross is... Yeah, Cross is banned. Detonator... Detonator's not hit. Sword. Sword's at 1. Ice is fine. Node is fine. Hext is 1. Huh. I could have sworn like this deck had more hits. I mean, technically Bonfire, but like that's, you know, that's other sins. Okay, and there's Materia Reactor. So I think I'm still alright to Dark Ruler. Field spells hand, yeah. I think I can still Dark Ruler. The only obvious issue with that is possibly the Mitsu. Alright, you got Miscellaneous Spell Trap. 2 cards in hand. I think I have to shotgun it. I don't really see a reason why I don't. Okay. No more monster effects. Which means I don't really want to tribute this thing off. But I can't beat it over either. Ogre is the first thing. Because I need to put it on the field while I have an empty field. You two are not matching attack. So we're going to get rid of the Detonator. I guess, yeah, okay, let's do this before I forget. I do have to do it this way. It's either tribute it or put it in the back row. So we're going to put it in the back row. You are on lower, so let's do that. Get rid of this. They can use the Materia Reactor if they want. Not Materia Reactor, Myriologic. Yeah, I can't banish cards from the top of your deck, boo-hoo. Alright, let's banish a card from the graveyard. What do you do? I don't think any of you have a Hicks, right? It's just... How many of this one do you want? Graveyard or banishment? Because otherwise they just get it back anyway. Dominus Impulse. Set Dominus Impulse. But you don't have a trap in the grave. Right. Special summon our own Kaiju. We've got 2 7s. I don't know what you're thinking of. It's not on field, whatever it is. So we go battle phase. We hit over the Masquerena, I think, every time. And we hit over the Xyz. We have a banish from the grave, banish from the top deck. This is not fantastic, especially since this is level 8. It would have been a lot better to give them Radiant, but I can't hit over the Radiant. Set mystery card. It might be that the Mitsurugi player is actually out of things to do at this stage. And if they are, this still goes hard. Normal Summon Ash, you could make Pep. Link 2. SP. So you don't get the initial banish. You just have the quick effect, which is only on card effect or activation. And it's banish both until the end phase, so I might as well do this now. We're going to go for the same one again. And then we'll do Magnum Up, which seems to go through. Magnum Up resolves. Get ourselves Druis? Dragon... Yeah, I think it's just Druis. Like, we could get a Shartos, but a Shartos is a win more in this case. And then we can get rid of... I don't think you're on multiple. You might be on multiple with a purple, but I don't think you'd be on multiple with an Ame. Right, so if you can activate a card or effect... Actually, how much damage is this? 10-6. It's minus 2-5. I can do this either way, so we're going to try it this way. We are attacking lowest to highest. We play around fucking things. I don't know. I'm not even going to do the effect. Success. Well, I think we navigated the end board nicely. We drew the right combination of cards, you know? Can't really beat that, can you? It is just pure... They were on the one copy. They were on 2 of this one, which was unfortunate. But they are on the 1 of this guy. It does... So that means that this is the only way to get back Banishment. Yeah, I think that's the only way to get Banishment. I'm very happy I made that call. Right. Let's go to the shop. I'm feeling a little good about myself. Demeaning name. A very mean person. Right. Let's just open the legacy ticket. Let's not do any suspense about that. Jinzo Lord Gust Fan. Cards. This will be the worst of Master Packs of all time. It will make trash tier cards look good. Well, okay, I'll let you do those predictions down in chat. I need to nip away for a second. So I'll be right back. And we're back. 1 second, let's just... See, he's so shocked all that they're gonna be... That sentence doesn't quite read right, but the implications are there. I understand. We're going to ignore that that's the first card. Surely... You know, on a serious note, Grip is decent. Gallant is decent. On the fact that, like, this allows you to play more, like, Ignites more pure, and so you can just more consistently do the things. It's not that Ignites is good, and Grip is pretty decent because it allows us to push more with a Spiral Dragon. They are subpar pulls so far. Blackwing card, that says enough. Volcanic, Goki, Fluffle, but we kind of need an edge imp for that. Mech Phantom Beast, New Danger. Okay. Plant monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Synchro summon, you can send a plant from each from your deck and extra. You can only special synchros. And if destroyed by card effect, well, this is in the grave, you can summon it, which is neat. I don't know if we have any plant monsters worth binning. And then this is good. We don't have, like, amazing dangers, but this is a good card. I mean, Thunderbird's still probably pretty good if we can just put stuff face down, isn't it? We don't have Bigfoot, but we do have Thunderbird. I think we might have Dogman. I will say those are pretty bad pulls. I will not say they are that bad that I would have to walk away from things. And to walk away for unrelated reasons. What dangers do we have? Oh, okay, that's 15th Blaze Accelerator. No, okay, we've got Nessie, Thunderbird, Ogopogo for the high levels, which is what that works on. Are the dangers that good? I mean, the dangers are decent. Like, if we could get Bigfoot, Bigfoot's really solid. But as it is, like, Nessie, Mothman is pretty, like, is okay. And then, like, if you do 3 Mothman, 3 Chupacabra, you've kind of got, like, a little rank 4 thing going. Plus, like, the Nessie. Nessie's always just kind of a free include. They're all just bodies. They're draw power. They're, like, yeah, they're solid enough. We also have a number of Pearly pulls. Oh man, we got so many. Okay, like, extra copies. The pulls are getting worse the more I look at them. If sent to the graveyard as synchro material, well, we don't have that one. Sorry. If the Marvelous card is in your graveyard, you can add this to your hand. If normal special summon, you can add a card that mentions Black Rose. If normal special summon, you can summon a Black Rose Dragon or a level 4 or lower plant from grave. Target 1, increase or decrease its level by 1. What's related to Black Rose? We got Witch. Really Rose Witch. You can tribute this, add a Witch of the Black Rose, which I don't think we do. That's going to be you. No. What is Witch of the Black Rose? Don't know. And if you do take a level 3 or lower, normal summon Witch of the... Oh, Witch of the Black Rose is a... I think I know what that one is now. It's you, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, what were we looking at? So we're looking at this one, and related to you. Normal special summon, you can add a card that mentions Black Rose Dragon from your deck to your hand. Which can be you. Doesn't do much of anything. You, on field effect. You, special Rose Dragon from your hand or grave in defense. If you control a monster, you can special summon a Rose Dragon during your draw phase. Equip only to a Black Rose Dragon or a plant monster. You're a dragon. Special summon 2 Rose tokens up to the number... No, special summon Rose tokens up to the number of field spells. So yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, this round of pulls has been pretty bad. Can't say it hasn't. We've got duplicates of many things. This doesn't do anything as of yet. This is probably the best pull from those. Well, on with the next duel. You only get more cards by winning duels. You only win duels by playing in them. Although that hasn't actually been working out for us today, has it? We've been winning a lot of coin tosses. Shame that doesn't actually translate into win-win. See, Wannabe Riches are like, it's a much less difficult to deal with name than Why You So Ugly. You know, that, like, Why You So Ugly is a deeply personal question. And a bit of an affront that you're just sending that out over a digital space. Like, someone could be really insecure, and that's your name? You know, that's really, really offensive, man. You can do better. Want to be rich is, you know, different. They're on time, Lords. Okay. Time Maiden do be a light monster. I think that's going to have to be it. Time Maiden is a light monster. What did you add? Halve your opponent's life. They're on burn. They are strictly on burn. And these are normal summons, that's the other thing, right? Yeah, you can normal summon this card without tributing. What are the odds? They have... The odds are very high that they have some burn cards. We gotta try it. Trap trick, set trap. Yep. So cylinder probably. Yeah. Okay, but now I haven't declared an attack, right? Yeah. So I know that's there, which sucks, but because you did it at the wrong time, basically, you needed to do that in advance. They are 25 down. I'm going to be 4k down in a second. I'll be able to kaiju them. Half your opponent's life. I mean, I can't kill them this turn, but I can do my best fucking shot. So we do Kyoto. I've gotta give them Jizukiru? Yeah. Gotta give them Jizukiru. Summon this one to my field. Tribute summon Boldrake. And then effect of Druisworm. We're gonna try this first. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, we win the game. Right. So we don't win the game. But it does work. We put them on better habit though, because I don't think this triggers for the burn. Correct. Right. They can halve my life points again. I don't know what else they can do. They can inflict damage equal to the attack of a monster I battle with. That one's pretty bad. I don't think they can kill me in one. Equal to the attack of one that battled this turn. So yeah, they can do 3/3. And if they've just got this and Cylinder, I should be okay. They've got another card. Right. Can I put another card in the grave? In fact, I can. I can put 2 cards in the grave right now. What am I supposed to do? I mean, if it's going to be Secret Battle, like, come on. Could you not just, like, get one of the other... How many other cards did it? I gotta know. I don't want to know, but I have to. It's your... 1, 2... Nothing else did it, basically. They had a 51 card deck if it was either Secret Barrel or Ring of Destruction because I summoned a monster with exactly 700 attack, or nothing. Fuck them. Man, I can't form a sentence to save my life. I apparently just can't save my life. Saving my life is a optional task. I will fail it every time. The opponent chooses. I am going second. Something goes right today. We played that last duel as good as we could. And still our opponent won because they got 1 card. 5 cards that they did it. And they found it in 51. It annoys me. It is also how things are. Am I still on Adrian? I am, right? I can't make it in this hand, I was just curious. They might be on Hat. Or are just a bot in general. I can banish the Fire Hand. Actually, no I can't. In this game state, no I can't. Does that help me at all? Arguably it does, actually. Special Summon Ogre. Normal Summon. Special Summon. Okay, cool. That is most of their life points. And one of the top 5 of their deck. They have a thing. Punch in the box. Well, that sucks. I don't know why you'd be on Punch in the Box. On the other hand, this doesn't have an original stat, so you've got to send the Ogre. Which means you do take some damage this turn, just not as much. Idiot. Polly, Koala, Hand, Arm. That's a normal monster, so I'll let you have the normal monster. Oh, it blocks the attack as well. Okay. Set that. I'm gonna save the Bestial, simply because I want to be able to synchro 10 on mine. Monster goes into a banish of the top 5. At a push, we've got a Book of Moon. Like if it's a genuine threat. That is not a genuine threat. I can just target that one card and banish it, so I shall do such. Do I need to banish my own grave? I don't really think I do. Mysterious banished card. I mean, I can banish my Kaiju, and I can summon the Kaiju back. Which doesn't do what I want it. Because I need to be able to synchro for 10 at this stage, unless I happen to draw into the self-summoning 4. No. Okay. We'll still banish it. I can't remember if I'm on 2 Chaos Mirage Dragon, but I could be. Am I? No. Because they're on hand, I am just going to play it safe. And besides, Ruddy Rose does technically protect against the hands. And why not? Let's banish the Grave as well. Because funny. I don't really need what I've got in my graveyard anyway. It was a hand. I think they're on the hand, not deck. Punch in the Box is a boxing glove, and therefore hand-related. Hand Destruction, Ice Hand, left arm, right arm, Fusion Sage. I'll just banish the Ice Hand. I mean, if I banish them, the thing is they can, what? I don't have a spell trap to destroy. Oh wait, no I do. I have Buckle Lunar Eclipse. I'm just gonna banish the hand. If it's Exodia, then congrats, you've got Exodia. I just don't think it's likely. 2k. This is one of those times where it's very neat that Kashtira Ogre does not shuffle. Oh, they can't even attempt to activate the draw card simply because I don't have the number of required cards. That's funny, but it don't do anything. Ready Rose in case they've got another Punch in the Box. Because then at least it maintains an attack stat. And Destruction. Yeah, go for it. Don't know why it makes you choose when you've only got 2. That doesn't seem very intuitive. Alright, what are we looking? Yeah, okay. Well, that is not exactly a deck that deserves to be in Platinum, methinks. However, if you just play enough games, you're gonna get there. Right, okay, that's another win in Platinum. Another win in Platinum, another couple of packs. We'll get something that actually changes something eventually. It's been a while, I think, since the last proper one. This could be it. It could even be a Royal Rare to grant us a bonus pack for our Hard Endurance. Meta Noise, Carbonetum, Howling, Golem. Right. Long. It's not a dupe you are. You don't have to quit. It's a rank 3, 2+ with the same type attribute, cannot be targeted with card effects while it has material, and that is not on their field while they control a face-up monster. Okay, so it's a weirdly worded negate, but it's like a hand, grave, banish, negate for a monster with a different attribute to their field. It's decent. Bird Sanctuary is probably a better card most of the time, I think. I don't think we have a whole lot of Lyrilless cards, but I think Bird Sanctuary is a better card. It's okay as a rank 3, yeah. Back-to-back Ultra Rares, though. Maybe they're a little bit sorry for what happened earlier. Or maybe they're not. Teleport Fusion. Now that isn't like, it's not huge, but we did get that Ultimate Axon guy. Or the Absolute Axon? Oh. Hidden Super Rare. Other hidden super rare. 2 level 4s. 5 or higher would be summoned. Detach 1. Destroy. 'Tis good. Doesn't do anything against, like, Cool Tune. Because this stops, this stops Cyber Dragon, you know? This stops an Xyz summon. It doesn't stop an effect to Xyz summon, or an effect to Synchro summon. Which does mean the hidden UR is this one. That's another Malice. We already have one, but on the other hand, like, it's like the one Malice card that's not limited. So, I guess. This is a good card to get duplicates of, because it is probably the best Evil Eye card. Maybe not quite, but it's one of them. Those are definitely some pulls. Second Fenrir it wasn't, but some pulls indeed. Let's have a quick look before we jump into things. So, that is our second Evil Eye. It's our second March Hare. We don't have a lot of Malice, but we do have some of it. Yeah, we're getting the only unlimited Malice main deck, because the other ones are all limited. They managed to get an Ultra Rare all 3 times, all 2 times. We've got 2 White Binder, and we got 2 of a Trap, which is now technically activatable, because, you know, we actually have multiple main deck Malice monsters. And what I mean by that more so is that, like, we could summon this and then use the Trap. Which is not optimal, but it's something we can do. Anyway. 4th Bird Sanctuary. Okay, that's unfortunate. How are we for Lyrilisk? 500 attack per material. Detach material, target spell trap, shuffle. Detach any number of materials, gain 300. They've got their own in-archetype Dark Ruler. Yeah, the problem is I don't think we want inherited effects. None of these give inherited effects. Not really. No, okay, it can't be targeted with card effects. That's the inherited effect we get. Yeah, so we don't have much in the way of Lyrilisk. Unfortunate. Evil Eye? Some stuff, but not the links, which is what's important. And Teleport Fusion. Axon and Kicker Oracle. Psychic, Synchro, Xyz, or Link. And this needs... by banishing Psychics from your field or graveyard. So... we have Thought Ruler. That's kind of it, though. It would get us, like... the ideal for this is that we're fusing away Kashtira Ogre and Thought Ruler. Because we could also fusion summon away Zeta. It's good super poly target if you get. It's not bad, yeah. But the thing is, like, a psychic monster is the bit that holds it. I guess the thing is I can provide the psychic monster if I get super poly. Like, I could lean into that bit, I don't have to rely on the opponent. Synchro, Xyz, or Link is pretty generic. It doesn't hit fusions, which is fine. It doesn't hit pendulums, which is also fine. Yeah, more super poly targets is always good. But it's just, you know, we've got to get super poly in the first place. We've got to get so many fusion spells. Like, we've got to get regular poly first. Let alone super poly. We just need polymerization. The only copies we have are gift copies, and, well, I'm not even sure if we have gift copies. No response. Alright. Let's try that one again, from the top. Vega. And they are choosing. We are going second. Not bad. We have some Discord notifications. And that is not a bad hand. Standby phase Perulia. Okay, we get a normal summon. We get a draw. They quit. Alright. That is, certainly something. This Sword Soul and I are just staring at each other while under Tikaboo and Clockwork Knight. Oh, yeah. Brilliant times. I guess... Does this summon from hand? What did you... You led with this, right? Tribute this card, special attack you on from your deck or grave. So no, you summon from deck or grave. Okay. If normal special summon, you can add a Tachyon. That one's not a Tachyon. I guess, yeah, it just wasn't doing much, I don't know. Block 3 of their back row with Subversion. That is funny. Right. And we have enough for legacy tickets now, so let's open those up. 5 packs. Yes, please. We get a super. We did not get a super, it was just a shiny. What Woodpecker, Mystic Plasma, Subsurface, Stage Divers. 3 non-tokens, same name. No others. Add 3 with the same name. Can't normal summon set or special summon monster with the added name nor activate their effects. That's not actually possible for us. Or like, it'd be exactly Armageddon Knight. Yeah, I think that would have to be exactly Armageddon Knight in the current deck, which is just not happening. And in Generators, it's just not happening because everything says you can only control like one X name. Let's see. So that's the Larval Counter Trap. Sky Striker, not a great one, but it's another Sky Striker. The Arcana Spread is a pretty decent Arcana card. Destroys many spell traps you control, then as many your opponent controls up to the number. Doesn't do cost, so that is all effect. That's pretty neat. If Light Barrier. I don't think we have Light Barrier, not you. If control no monsters, each player sends 2. Then, if you send at least 1 and have 3, you can shuffle all monsters or opponent's EMZ. It's alright. You'd pretty much be using it as a mill card. And because you've got to draw it at the start, I don't think it's reliable enough. Either that or you'd have to, like, you know, draw it at the draw it after you get a monster that you can just put into the EMZ. Another volcanic card. Bull Centurion. It's not bad to receive dupes of Centurion MF. Requires thought. Let's see. We should probably have a quick check on Centurion. 1 second. You. Okay, so that's the 3rd copy. And that's what we've got access to. Not the Crimson Dragon. That one is a gift card. But the rest of it, indeed, we do have access to. I don't think that's enough to really get Centurion off the ground, though. So on with the next one. No, one back row is Blazing Miracles. That sounds like a riveting game state, you know? Okay, lose the coin toss. But do we really? No, we're fine. It's what you like to see. Small things. I need them at the moment. Kaiju, Bestial, Reborn, Cyclone, and Luna. Luna's a bit of a weird one. They gave you a Gamma Seal so you could negate it. They even put counters on the field. Okay, Blue Eyes. Well, the Bestial works. I think we do use it sooner rather than later. So I should probably try and find a good point to interrupt. True Light to get a spell, probably. Spell Trap. Link 1. Spirit. Mausoleum. Oh, they got the monster background underneath that. That's nice. Extra normal summon. Probably, maybe not. They could be using it to dump Blue Eyes. Set Spell Trap, okay. Yeah, there's Wishes. Use Wishes, discard. Discard Veiler. Okay. These are tuners. I could synchro with my Saronir using them. They might still very well be able to get to the double negate board. I do not like the fact that they're playing Buster Whelp. It is a level 1 light tuner. Right. That is unfortunate. Related. So, Dragon monsters in your opponent's possession. That does include my hand. Send a Destruction Sword from Buster Blader from deck to the grave. Okay, they're doing the targeting protection. That's fine. No, it's OG Blue Eyes. They also didn't get back the Maiden. They're just making Tyrant. Okay. The thing is, the Blue Eyes fusion can just... some of the Blue Eyes monsters from your hand or grave. But you use Raw. You have used Raw. I'm gonna get the Blue Eyes in this instance. They could have one in hand. Not gonna say they don't. But they didn't this time. That ain't half bad. Right, they're going to be on the Destruction Sword stuff, so 2500 defense, 2800 defense. Oh no, they're just going to do Crimson Dragon, aren't they? No, AFD. Why AFD? Okay. Crystal one? That's the only reason I could think of doing it. It is a synchro. It is an 8. Excel. You don't have a level 2, so it's just a level 1. So it is just a 9. When? But you can't summon Blue Eyes from your grave. So it's just a tuner. Because you don't have a Blue Eyes White Dragon. You've already used that, and it's only on normal summon anyway. Turn 48, 6 cards in deck. Grind games. Right. Dragon Fiend. I can get to a spellcaster. I can in fact get to a spellcaster. I guess I want to make sure you don't get Eyes of Blue back. Give me your Eyes of Blue. That is okay, because I can banish it from the grave. This is still currently fine. Again, this is fine. Right, so you are a warrior. All monsters I control return to dragons. This guy remains a warrior, right? Yeah. They destroyed the monster reborn. That is not how that works. I could synchro for a worm, just because. Cannot be destroyed for battle card effects, that's fine. But I'm not going to let you do that, so let's get rid of that one. We've currently got a dragon, we've got a fiend. I could get to a worm or psychic. I can't beat over the radium. I don't have to beat over the radium. No, you need to be special summon from hand. This goes to grave. This goes to grave. Yazi goes to grave. I think I've got it. I would like to solve the puzzle. Oh, I can use Anima. Do I want to use Anima or Yazi? Is there anything banished? Blue Eyes. I can get back the no, I can't get back the Destruction Sword. Do I want to keep Yazi in rotation? I think I do. Right. So we do this, right? Take it. I could kill the spellcaster. Well, I can't kill this because then they can get Blue Eyes back, which would be okay. I just need it in the grave. And what's the other thing I can do? Sebek, Haggard. Yeah. What do you do? Quick effect. Tribute this. Summon a Stardust. Synchro. Okay, that goes through. So attack this. Sure, you can summon Blue Eyes back, but I don't care about that. Sure, go for it. You get Blue Eyes back. You continue the attack to do 25. Now, I believe it was busted. Yeah, it's Destruction Sword cards. Main 2. We chuck all of these in the grave for Lizardos, which means I've got my 3 types, and, you know, Lizardos are worse even if I didn't. I'm then going to Lizardos now to banish itself and change. Draw a card. We got a Kaiju, that's pretty cool. Come on, Droll. Droll me if you want, idiot. Can't be destroyed by card effects. So, 1, 2, 3. So I heard you like dragons. That feels good enough. Took till they have no cards in deck, then they finally scoop. That is someone who's committed to the grind. If you're gonna win anyway, yeah, I like fully expect you just do it. But that is at least an opponent with commitment to it. I might not be able to clear your cards quickly, but I can just block you from summoning dragons every single turn. I can now clear your cards quickly. We're going to get rid of the unknown face down. Troll. It was in fact Troll. Then activate, declare dragons. Never shall there ever be another dragon on your side of the field, sir. That effect is a lingering effect. You could negate the Arch Nemesis if you want to, it wouldn't stop it. And then let's just play it safe. Armageddon. Foolish for Destrudo. Destrudo target Armageddon. Become 3. And pop a card using Darby. I could even get back one of my Kaiju. I could even get back my Kaiju. Ash Blossom. Do you have another one in hand? Doesn't matter. Game. There are so many times where Ashatos doesn't seem to put in that much work. That is a time when Ashatos puts in some work. Let me tell you. BLS. If you want Magia, you just need this. You don't need Blackluster Soldier. And you want 3 Maiden of White. That should be obvious. You're on 3 Sage, which is good. You're on this as the Buster Blader target, which makes sense. One of this is fine. You'd probably want 3. The 1 makes sense. You want 3. Doesn't make sense in the slightest. No, no, okay, it does make a little bit of sense, but you shouldn't. Yeah, there's changes you can make. Overall, it's fine. But they could play it, or they could make it a little better. Wait. Did I don't know what that icon was. I got no idea what that icon was. Mass Pack time. Okay, hold on. Ultra rare upgrade, you say? I am a fan of that. Another Centurion Primera. That is the best Centurion you could get. Rank of Magic Pneumon Force is very funny, I do like it. I do not like Mekanko, though. I might have 2 level 3 Mekankos, I'm not actually sure if I do. This is something that just helps the OTK. So, like, it's a really good pull. It's just annoying. I mean, the thing is, like, if I get enough Mekanko stuff, I would end up playing it. I am not deluded enough to think that, you know, I can afford to opt out of playing the most broken strategies available to me. What beta? And duplicates, what about you? Assault Core, which is a duplicate, but you kind of want multiples of those anyway for a Union deck. Seriously, what was that, like, little friend icon that popped up? It's not the rookie thing, it's not the plot list, it's not that one. It wasn't this one, was it? Are you trying to gesture to replays? Details? 22nd June. Number returns 4, so I don't think it is. Right. On with the next one, I guess. I should check if the Mekanko, like, has enough stuff to be playable. Okay, we have 2 3s. It is technically there. It is also very difficult to do. So you can add a Mekanko trap. You can add a Mekanko equip spell. So special summon a Mekanko, different name than the equipped monster if you do equip it with this. So no, we don't really have a way to get into more Mekanko cards, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what is. I guess for what it's worth, our Centurion deck puts out 12s. We could rank up max to 4, look at this. Depends on if we win, but we could. We are even going second. It's a good time. And instant contact, which we haven't seen in a minute. Kaiju, Geddon, Kyoto. It feels like a good hand. Feels less like a good hand. Mimigul is different. So what does my Mimigul do? Your opponent can add, give control of this. Okay. phase? No, if normal special summon, you can add a mimicable spell trap, mimicable maker. Cerberus is one of them, right? Archfiend? I don't know. Gonna find out in a second. Cerberus slime. Sure. I don't know which is which. We got slime. They got Cerberus. Manage to top 3 cards of your deck, and special summon one of your banished monsters to your opponent's field in defense. It's Master. We have a Kaiju and we have a Sinful Spoils, which is going to be good here. But we would much rather establish the field spell first. Are they just going to fill up my monster zones? It looks like it. No. That one went to their field. Rank 1. Ripplebird. Ah. I don't like that. Come on! What have I got? Have a Kaiju, you dumb fuck. You're not a once per turn? No, you're not a once per turn. Right, not normal or special summon this turn, getting technical defense, any player controls, count normal summon, declare an attack with monsters that were special summon this turn. During your main phase, yes, that's normal. Okay, so you're flipping the last one, which gives you an add. The fairy. Come on. It's nice and gentle, not a flippy in the slightest. Can't be destroyed by battle card effects. During the opponent's main phase quick effect. Nope, they put it on their field. I don't know why they did. That confuses me. UFD. Well, I was kidding, but UFD it is. You can still make a rank 1. You can still make a throne as well. Link. Skull Dread. You just saw me give you a Kaiju from the top few cards in my deck. You don't think I'm gonna be on more? I'm more than a little confused. Apparently not special summon for the rest of the turn. Wow. Huh. Fuck you. Yugioh. Put you in the back row. Fucking hate this. It's, you know, I would like to think I have the chance of doing something, and the answer is just no, I obviously don't. Why would I ever have the chance of doing anything cool? I should have at least given it the 300 attack to kill this fucking thing. I don't know why it didn't. I should have at least killed that. It would have been, what, 200 damage? And this guy's like 300 stronger. It's something. Why do you just have that again? Do you just draw into it? Yeah, you just drew into it. Of course you did. Are you just going to do the same combo as last turn, except now you can kill me as well? You're just going to banish my extra deck and guard dog loop me for the rest of time. So twice per turn, so there's that. I can banish 4 before my turn starts again, if I even get to a next turn. Man, what the fuck? It is random. They couldn't have picked another fucking card, could they? What am I supposed to do? Yep, rank 1. Ripplebird. I fucking hate this. Yeah, and you gotta love that Tactics is just live because, oh, I activated the effect this turn. Such metamorphosis, go fuck yourself. I don't need to sit here for this. You come in at the worst of times, Sage Nido. I am sorry. I was not having a fun time there. Welcome to the stream though. He's a cute little emote. Two-Face, you say? Okay, lost the coin toss, but once again, did we really? No, we didn't. Is anyone ever having fun in this game? You are asking some very real questions that a lot of people would not dare answer. The answer is no. You're not allowed. It's illegal. This hand doesn't look too bad, though. So let's see what happens with it. Hope you're well anyway, and if it's not obvious, we're doing a Masochist challenge. I would like to think my skills for deck construction are slightly better than what I'm actually bringing at the moment. And we're against Predaplan, which has new support? They got some new support like recently in the TCG, but I don't know if that's in Master yet. I'm going to assume it isn't. Regardless, it's still probably fine. It's also still probably mixed with branded. or might be used as a poly engine. Cursed to lose 6 coin flips in a row and then play into 10 ply when you finally do win one. You see, the start of my stream was I was cursed to win every coin flip, but I'm trying to go second, and I just couldn't stick it. Like the first... I lost the first 4, I can't remember if it was the first 5. I think it might have been just the first 4 and I won the 5th. But like, we're a dedicated go second deck, maining kaijus and a whole lot of board breakers and everything, and it's just like, I couldn't stick it. It just didn't happen. Like, one of those games was against someone on Time Lords of all things. Went up against Man. I chose for Man to go first. I don't have Spell Trap removal. I have 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Yeah, I have 2 Cosmic Cyclone. That is my Spell Trap removal. And I elected for Man to go first because I'm on the go second deck. Feels horrendous. I burned through all their interaction. I'm like, ha, but I've got Raigeki, and they just had the counter trap left. It was not a good one. I recognize, like, the little, the Hornet bit from, like, Hollow Knight series. Yeah, Hollow Knight series. Don't recognize the Angel Steps emotes, I guess. That's what their names are. We're gonna call them that, Angel Steps. Fusion. Okay, so they've got the negate. We have a kaiju, but they do have the negate. They could make Trip, depending on the deck they're, like, depending on their concentration of Dark Monsters. Oh, that is 3. You can just use the Pendulum Scales. They're gonna make Triff. Right. You are a Summon Negate from the extra deck. That's not so bad, actually. I can deal with that. Also, when your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, from their extra deck while you control this. Okay. That was big. I was doing some WCS stuff yesterday for the final day, and my luck was horrible. Unfortunate. Sincerest condolences. Yeah, fuck it. 7. Check it. I got a guy. You can make it a level 1 and negate its effects, but like that doesn't really impact me all that much. Jerusalem. What should impact them, however, is tribute this off. Kaiju. Sinful Spoils. Back row. Right, so you're making my monster become a level 1. That is okay. But not for the reasons they think it would be okay. Anyway, become Pendulum Monster. Pseudo Pendulum Monster. We're gonna do Jerusalem. And we're gonna get this from the grave, because I'm gonna feel that you have less Banish recursion than Grave Recursion. I can still normal summon this. I could still make a rank 6. So I'm gonna do... Are your effects negated? You're not. Let's do it. It goes through. I'm just gonna summon this one. I guess I will Synchro for 7. Or Synchro for 8 even. Thought will Spark Dragon. I guess it's Spark Dragon, right? Oh, I could just Link Summon. I could just Link Summon Sorcerer of Sebek. That is an option. But what's the most damage? I want to do this. Oh, that is just game. No, it's not quite. It's 100 off. Right. Destrudo. Target you. It's half my life points, but it's also the game. And I'm of the game. Nicely done. There we go. Win is a win. The hand was really good for it, I was just struggling to put the pieces together as to what actually amounts to game. I'd kind of forgotten that they'd lost some life points. Just a little bit. It certainly is Predaplant. And you know, it's times like this that I'm very happy to be maining Kaijus. Alright, okay, let's go back to the shop. 2 legacy tickets, so we'll skip those for the moment. Let's just go straight to Master Packs. Okay. Put the volume back up. I keep accidentally nudging it due to where the mouse is. At the moment, we're looking at duplicates though. Yellow Gadget is a good card to get a duplicate of, because that's how the gadgets work. And I guess there are some times when I should be really appreciative of duplicate cards because, you know, you just need other copies and it's what makes consistency. But we get consistency of things like Lake Break Grappa, which does slightly dull my enthusiasm. Monarch Tech, but we don't have Monarchs. Locks me into Synchros, doesn't specify type or attribute. I need to discard a Sword Soul or a Worm. I think this can just... Oh wait, the tokens are water. Ooh, I can just put this in the generator deck. Yes, I can just put this in the generator deck. I could put it in this one as well, but the only Worm I'm running in the main is the Chaos Mirage Dragon. That's nice, actually. Little late, but it is a good battle trap. If your opponent controls a monster you control none, special. Level 1, 116. No, that is not going to be it. And what about the super or higher? Dark Simorg. Not a royal rare. This guy's good. Long one's good. I should look at the generator deck, see if he does have space, see if there's space for it. Because in the current deck, there definitely isn't. Yeah, it's exactly 1, who I could bump up to 2. But that's a very specific combination of cards, especially since I'm not playing any of the Sword Souls. I could also put it in the Umi deck. That is another deck I can put it in. Umi deck means Pacifist Spiral Dragon. 2,500 games is Maso is insane. There are plenty where we've surrendered relatively early in the games because it's just quick and easy to tell we're not going to win. So like, there's plenty that are, you know, 3 seconds long. There are also a good few that are like 10, 15 minutes. Rather uneventfully, we passed our 1,000 win mark, like, last stream. Which I was thinking, oh yeah, that's going to be a big moment. But we got to, like, 999 the stream before that one, and I completely forgot. And so our first win of last stream was very uneventful. It was also not a particularly, like, great win, if I remember right. Are we botting? Are we a bot? Well, this is not particularly a hand. but it is what's happening. Chaos Mirage Dragon. Ah, they are during the main phase quick effect. I forget. Discard spell. Well, this is good because you're going to summon Pain, right? Jenny. So it's during the main phase. So if I just threaten battle phase, they should use it again. Yeah. And then that's going to prompt me to remain in the main phase. My entire deck was how fast can I turbo Chaos Angel? Chaos Angel was a hell of a card. Continue your main phase. So we click just yes for a minute, and then we just go battle phase again. Oh, okay. I was rather hoping they, well, let's give them resources. Oh well. Witchcrafter is not a deck famous for being able to OTK. Chaos Angel would do me some wonders, I say that. I have 10 synchros, but they are not light dark, which makes the... Sure. Are you gonna put a monster on the field? Please put a monster on the field, anything. They put a monster on the field! It's a dark attribute! Let's go! Like, I will say my pulls are kind of insane. Like, you know, not having a Chaos Angel is definitely not make or break for me. But, Chaos Angel would definitely be a nice card. Shame that this is in the back row. But it doesn't really matter, because we can just kaiju this, summon out our own one. We wanna... Yeah, sure, we'll do this now. It's the only dark monster in the grave. And then we can summon out our own kaiju. Swords of Concealing to change it to face down defense so we can actually hit over it, maintain the kaiju, and the general aggressive pressure. They haven't been using the graveyard effects in the end phase. Oh wait, you need to control a Witchcrafter. Ah, that would explain it. Which means if they just get to a Witchcrafter this turn, I can just book it. Like, Witchcrafter plus a spell. They use it, they get there, I book it. That's the plan. Also, it's just a bot. It is just a bot. What pack are Witchcrafters in at the moment? Because the bot accounts tend to pull from, like, recent things, or things still in the shop. At least if memory serves, they do. Smack them up. Well, it's nice to have you, but your services are not needed. Bruce Worm for game. There we go. Another win. I think we rank back up to where we started this stream in Plat 4. Yep, that we do. Back to where we started. It's taken us a few hours to get there. Still 2. Leave it. Just go for the master packs. Simorg, Ace, Ragnarika, but like I expect we probably have 15 of him and he's not as good a pull as he used to be. What deck do I play normally when not playing the challenge? That depends. I am partial to a lot of rogue decks. I'm not particularly fond of, like, the average decent deck. An Aircraft looks, like, interesting to me when it's not paired with, like, all the floodgates that people apparently seem to just pair with it because reasons. But no, like, what is it? The current rotation of, how many decks would I say? 5? Yeah, I'd say sort of like 5 decks thereabouts. You got Generator, Valmonica, Goblin Biker, Sacred Beast, and Sarctic are kind of like the decks that I like to do as like my pet decks for TCG. Because I don't really do Master Duel. Speaking of Witchcrafters, that's kind of fun. And a Gaia Dragon, but we already have one. But yeah, I don't really do Master Duel on my main account as much anymore. On Master Duel, it's Goblin Bikers, because I think they have the best shot generally. They're surprisingly consistent, surprisingly decent. Wait, we actually have some Witchcrafters. I don't think it's enough to make anything, but we do have some Witchcrafters. Yeah. We're a little short on the spells, really. The monster count we're fine. This is okay. Like, it'd be another name, we would play it, but like we can get by without it. We're looking for kind of like these other few. Adele is optional, but like we now have Hain, Ver, and Aruru. It's not so bad. But we still need a hell of a lot of spells to make that work. Was there anything else I wanted to look at while I was here? Probably not. Yeah, we're still missing cards for that. Although, card singular, actually. Never played Messer until Snake Eye format, because I've always been a Crystal Beast enjoyer, so Snake Eye having the same gimmick, yeah. Like, I liked the... I'm not particularly a fan of Crystal Beast or anything, but I like decks doing, like, weird things. Like, I like the fact that Gate Guardian did the same thing. You know, they made monsters become Spell Trap, and then, you know, they allowed for the Contact Fuse. Like, I'm happy that they breathe life into, you know, a deck that doesn't exist by giving it, like, a weird mechanic. It's pretty cool. And, like, other decks that I've played, which also tell you that I like weird things and theft. What is it? We've got Valence, Time Thief, let's see. Already said Generator, those ones. I played Dynamorphia at one point, not for a long time. Oh yeah, I should have done this in standby. Bad. Now they can Tactics, which was not a good idea. Although they're only on 4 extra. They might not have Tactics. Not poorly, though. Soup Heavy is really fun. Like, just pure Soup Heavy Samurai. That is one of those that I just love. Got into the game with Monarchs, because I didn't want to learn extra deck, and so we're just going to Tribute Summon. And that was not too long after they were actually meta-relevant, so, like, about the time that, like, Ether was limited. I think Pantheism was banned. White Forest. Then started messing around with Elf Note White Forest and Elf Note Cool Tune. Alright, each their own. Like, I'm a little... I find it a little rough when a deck has, like, an actually infinite loop. And so I have a little bit of a problem with, like, not White Forest from a power level perspective, although White Forest can do some truly nutty plays when, you know, played in the kind of, like, the lore pile that you should. But, like, with Runic, and with Runic basically having infinite cards with Fountain Up, and, with White Forest basically just, like, recycling the Synchros and the non-tuners and tuners endlessly, I'm not the biggest fan. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any real cost to it. And that's, like, one of the things I do like about the deck, like, actually having a, you know, some kind of drawback. I mean, it's all random. Synchro. I mean, my version of Synchro Swap is like a Sarctic or Super Heavy Samurai. You know, those are what I play if I want to do Synchro Swap. You can Synchro summon a stupid number of times with those. The cost is you get Droll and you cry. But you could play a bad deck and have the same cost, you know? I do those things as well. Gadala? You're on Kaidus? I best get to mine first. Or summon one to my own field. Yeah, I have a fondness for decks that don't like being hand-trapped and can't really play around them too well. Which I guess is one of the reasons that I quite like Goblin Bikers. Because they feel like they can play around hand traps okay. Or play through them. Because, like, I quite like just loading the deck up with, like, gas and extenders, rather than hand traps. I've gotten slightly better with them while playing Masochist, because you just realise that, yeah, it's the state of the game, you gotta use them. But, I'm not a fan of them overall, not the conventional ones. Honest, hella cool. Like, Dark Honest and all those, kind of, like, battle hand traps, hell yeah. You know, things like Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood, which are a bit off-brand. The Hopper Squadron. Like, these, even like Phantasme. These ones were kind of, like, just, like, slightly different. I like those a lot more. Okay. So, you can do it like an Xyz, right? No, you're in the end phase. What am I scared of? Mainly like White Forest, Elf No Cool Tune, because I really like the art. Synchro's mechanic isn't your favourite. That's fair. I think Synchro has nostalgia for me simply because of, like, you know, 5Ds. But at the same time, like, I like Xyz. Like, a good chunk, like, Time Thief is one of my, like, you know, favourite, like, rogue decks and all that. And if I've got extra deck space and I'm playing cards at the same level, I'm more often than not going for Xyz monsters. Become Spell Trap. I mean, you can still do that, but it doesn't do anything for you. It all just gets sent to the graveyard anyway. Whoop. Right. Rakes off. Do I get a Fenrir? No, I do not get a Fenrir. That's alright, because that means I get a Destrudo. Up to 3, so they're gonna just shuffle the 1. Yeah, fair enough. Ah, well. Get to dump a monster. So we shall dump Destrudo. You haven't banished anything, nor have I, nor will I. It's a heavy cost, but I feel it's worth it. That's one that, so that is 26, but this would be on 27. Or I could do Sorcerer, but I feel Yazi is just better. Also, if my opponent needs to target a monster, they can't target mine. If they face up Pearly Xyz leaves the field. If they face up Pearly Xyz, Yeah, so I feel like Yazi Pass is okay. Why can't this die by battle? Wait. I'm a little confused, but what did you do? Where's the start of this turn? Turn 2, Sinful, activate. Okay. I am struggling to see where this can't be destroyed. Like, really struggling. I'll still keep it because it can't be targeted. I'm pretty sure the Xyz monsters target. Nope, okay, you don't. You do. You do, but you're not. Yep, you target. That's a general negate. That's just a spin. Yeah, I don't actually know why that survived the battle. But, is what is, I guess. Alright, you've got delicious engrave already. I feel like Happy's the one that I... You're going for triple sleepy memory. Okay. Take your sleepy memory. Or is it pretty? No, it's pretty memory. What did you pick? Did you pick happy memory? You picked happy memory. Destroyed by battle, I can summon a worm. How many attacks? +1. There's a pretty. So it's only got 2 attacks, which means it can attack into this, then attack to break it. Oh, okay. Thanks for the 1,000. They also gave me this back so I can get to Fenrir again. Well, that one is a Pearly, but it's not a spell trap. So that missed. So you got this, which will be able to kill this. And then do I summon out? I don't think I do. At the end of the damage step. I mean, I can just negate it. Like, I can just Dark Rule it. And then I don't have to worry about things. So let's just do that. Does mean I can't deal them any damage, but that should be okay. Give me a Fenrir. I can just kill this, but I'd rather not have it leave the field, and so I won't have it leave the field. Right. I think I can kill this by battle? Tell me if I'm wrong. I can. And end turn. Like, this should be fine. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a grind for that last bit, but good enough, honestly. Oh, and we got some legacy tickets from that one. I'm curious what their extra deck is. Exactly 4 monsters. The main deck is relatively constructed. A bit budget, but constructed. Like, yeah, this one's a UR. You definitely have 3 of it if you had, you know, the material for it. Like, the 1 Ash is fine. You just get it from a bundle. Like, same with this and this. So I can't really fault that. But yeah, like, I guess they're struggling for material, because otherwise you would just, like, super rares are relatively easy to get, and URs do take a bit. There's no reason you don't play with full extra, so yeah. We beat Pearly, but it was very budget. I believe this is actually where we were at the start of the stream. I think we had 1 win in Plat 4. Plankton, Morpho Butterfly. That's to do with Xyz monsters. That is certainly a card. Right, Master Packs. There have been times when we get, you know, good stuff from the legacy tickets. What's my peak rank during this? I've hit Diamond 5 once. Did I hit Diamond 4 at that point? I hit Diamond, I can't remember if it was 5 or if I just hit 4. Sorry, if I just hit 5 or if I got to 4. Because I got a rather lucky streak while I was playing with Generator, and I was really just grinding for those, like, those last couple of games. I did not mean to take a screenshot, but here we are. And as a result, I was just really pushing for, like, the last couple to make it into Diamond. I just about got it. It half broke my sanity at the point, I'll say that. Those pulls were not anything monumental. Data. So... I was just curious if it'd be in the stats, but it doesn't look like it is. Which is weird, honestly. Oh yeah, there it is. Do you have an end goal? Well, the end goal is hopefully Master. Like, the end goal of the challenge is, like, Master 1. Am I going to get there? Probably not. Would I be content with getting into Master? By that point, I might have had, like, you know, it's the taste of blood. And, you know, if it bleeds, you know, the average Souls gamer, right? It bleeds, you can kill it. And so, if I can get into Diamond and, like, stay in Diamond so that I'm only grinding through Plat each month, you know, then that's a taste of, well, I can get further in this. I can do more. Anyway, so total number of PvP duels, 52540. Let's update our stats. This is for the start of session 156. And how have our wins been? We've won 8 today, which is not terrible. I think I can live with that. We've had worse. Last stream was worse. Well, until we switched up the deck. Right, and let's receive the last of our Duel Pass rewards. We got the Archmage icon. What are we using? We're using Sangan at the moment. That's fair. He's a little gremlin. And we recoup some of the gems. It's a little under 50%, yeah. Overall, let's see. Overall, our win rate is relatively close to 40%, which is honestly pretty good. The big goal for me for a time was to try and get it over 33% so that we win, like, at least 1 in 3. But at the moment, with 1018, you know what? It's not that difficult to find, like, a calculator. 2, 5. Sorry, that's not what I need. I think I need 101 over... It is more or less 40%, actually. Which is not so bad. It's marginally over. Very much marginally over. Because... Well, yeah, 1,000 games against 2,500 would be 40%, so we're ever so slightly over by the fact that we have got 10 more wins than would be needed for 40%. So yeah, I'm feeling good about that, actually. The average stream, we are winning sort of like between 1 in 3 and 1 in, not quite 1 in 2. It's in that ballpark, like 1 in every 2 and a bit games. That's the average stream. And I can't say that I'm like unhappy with where we are, because we've come a long fucking way from where we started. It is a hell of a time investment though. As you can see, the stream timer is clocking up to like 3 hours and 3.5 hours. Granted, we've only really been dueling for like 3 hours of that, probably, counting all like the little breaks to go between like the shop and everything, and the slight pause in the stream at one point. But so okay, this stream is 3 hours. That's about average. I've done 155 streams, so I have been at this for a little bit of time, one might say. Anyway, enough chit-chat. It is hot, it is late. I do need to, at some point, call it a day, so I might as well do that now. Thank you all very much for watching. If you are new to this, I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, start from 7 PM British time, GMT, or I forget what the other one is. I think one of those is like summertime and the other one's winter. But yeah, 7 PM GMT, Mondays, Thursdays. Same stuff when I can. There's the odd time where it's a little bit different, where we've been doing like Night Rain or tournament things. BST? I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. You get the point. It's fairly self-evident. But yeah, there's the odd streams where we do something different, but most of the time we are trying to keep it to Masochist and doing it when able. And speaking of, yeah, I don't see any reason that I can't do it on Thursday. So, thank you all very much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time, which should be Thursday. My name is Catmonic, and goodbye for now.